who's available, who's going to be missing?
Well, we came up well after the game in the weekend, so we have no new injuries. So we still have the squad available, which we had also against Motherwell. Of course, the injured players are still injured, and so no fresh injuries from the last weekend.
Giovanni, I don't expect that you'll give us your starting 11 24 hours before the game, but with Alfredo Morelos and Kemar Roof out for this one, just how big a decision do you have in your selection in the final third?
Well, not a big decision. I mean, it's they're not available, so I always watch the opponent, which players we have available, and make my plan for the game. So we showed on Sunday, the players who are still in the team can perform as well. We need a big performance tomorrow, and so no big decision. I'm just make sure you choose the game plan and the players perform well.
On a slightly different matter, is there any update on Connor Goldson's contract situation? Have you spoken to Connor about the future and what potentially lies ahead for him?
No, there's no new in the update. No news. I mean, it's. I think we're working in the last weeks of the season, and we are fully focused on performing on the pitch. So no new news.
Giovanni, you say that you've got no new injuries, but can I just check, is everyone available to travel to Germany? There were some suggestions that maybe Fashion Sakala couldn't travel.
No, we are going with a big plane with a lot of players, a lot of staff, so no, he's travelling.
In these European first legs, so far in the knockout stages, we've seen a couple of different approaches, pretty attacking in Dortmund, more conservative in Braga. Will the injuries in the forward line maybe make us have to be a little bit more defensive tomorrow? Or are you confident that the forward players that you pick, we can still attack and still try and take the game on the front foot?
Well, it depends of the game. Of course, you want to attack, you want to create chances. I think we've shown that in all the games we've had, also away from home. So it's just make sure you do the right thing at the right moment, and I'm sure we will have moments where we are defending, but we have to also wait for moments where we can attack and create dangerous chances to score. So I think it's a semi-final of the Europa League, so the level is high. The level which needed is also high. So we have to prepare well and make sure we have a good result to take back to us to Ibrox for next week.
Hi Gio, when you see UEFA talking about ticket allocations for the final and fans already kind of booking flights and hotels just in case, does that kind of underline exactly how far and how close you are to getting there and kind of add to the excitement of this match this week?
It is. Of course, it's exciting. I mean, playing a semi-final is exciting. Reaching the final, of course, it's very exciting. But still, you have to overcome the semi-final. We watched Leipzig play a lot of times. We are preparing well for the game, but of course you know and you feel you're coming closer to the final. But in the end, it's still 2 games to be played, and we're gonna play against a tough opponent. But we will do everything we can, give 100% in both legs to be in the final next week.
You've obviously played in European finals, World Cup final, but as a challenge, as a manager, and the responsibility, does this feel different for you from any of those big occasions you played as a player rather than as a coach?
Well, of course it feels different because you're a coach, you're responsible for the team. But what I had as a player, I also have as a coach. You just have to concentrate on the preparation of games, and you have to block all the media. You have to block all the pressure you get from outside to win these legs, and just concentrate on your preparations and your performance. And I think that's what the players also have to do. Just make sure we prepare well as normal, and once the whistle goes, go into the game and give everything you have on the pitch, and make sure you have a good result. So in that aspect, for me, that's no difference.
The Hungarian defender, Orban, at RB, said that after 4 games in 10 days, Leipzig were mentally and physically exhausted. Is that something you put on the dressing room wall, or do you put it down to mind games?
No, we just concentrate on our own game. We also play many games the last weeks, so I think for everyone still involved in Europe, in all the competition, it's quite demanding on the squad, mentally, physically. So in that case, it's for all of us. But we just have to make sure we are, doing well ourselves and prepare, the way we want to play. Against Leipzig, I think that's for me at the moment. That's more important than what other players or teams feel.
There are 7,000 to 8,000 Rangers fans expected to travel to Leipzig. Do you think this could be like an important factor in an away game?
Well, it's always a factor when you have a lot of fans traveling with you. We've had that the whole season when we play abroad. The fan base who travel with us is amazing. Of course, it feels playing a little bit like home when you're away. And as you asked for Leipzig, I think it's a very strong team, a very attacking team with very a lot of pace up front with the strikers. I think it's a very well organized team, as we've seen also against the games they play against Atalanta in the league as well. So we have to prepare well because we're going to play against a very strong team, and that's obviously when you play in the semi-final, any team you play is strong. So we just have to prepare well.
Generally speaking, people don't expect Scottish clubs to get to the latter stages of European competitions. I mean, should your team take huge confidence? Should they believe in themselves now and what they can do in this competition?
Well, we of course we have the belief. If you are still involved now in Europe, and in the semi-final, and you see the run we've had in Europe, it's been very good. But then again, you need a good performance as well today. Tomorrow and next week, but the confidence is there. But also, I think we know that we have to perform again, and everything we achieved in the past doesn't count against Leipzig, and we're just preparing well for these 2 games. And I'm very confident in my team, and I'm sure we can get good performances in and make a chance to reach the final.
Morning, Gio.
Morning.
I'm just wondering if you could give us a little bit of an insight in what it would actually just mean to you to lead this team to the European final. I mean, you're obviously in your first season back at the club. Can you just give us a little bit of insight in that, what it would actually mean to you personally?
Well, personally, that's what you want. You came in November with my staff. I think we had to start straight away without any preparations. But as I said before, I think we both reacted well. Not only my staff and the staff who were already here, but also the players. And we have to do it all together. Of course, I'm the manager and I will lead the team. But I'm just very proud of the players, what they are performing in difficult circumstances against difficult opponents. And we're now in the final weeks of the season, and we just give everything we can to be successful, in Europe. And that's what you want, being involved in Europe at this stage and play big games.